Welcome to day two. I will give it a few minutes to get started. Wonder how everyone's doing today. Y'all, my contacts was acting crazy. I could not put them in. Hi, Bree. Okay, we're gonna wait a few seconds. Then, hey, Key. I'm waiting for a little more traffic. It's only 2:01. We're gonna wait a little bit. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Yul. Welcome to day two. How's your day going today? How y'all feeling? Yeah, I don't look that bad with my glasses, that's right. Cause y'all know me. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? Y'all ready for day two? Hi, Sun. If you're joining the live, send this to about 3 other people. I'm about to do the same. Let me see. Yes. I'm doing something. In the bathroom. It's right there on the seat. On the seat. On the. Alright. I sent in the request. Make sure y'all send the live out. We'll give it about 2 more minutes. But how y'all doing today? How y'all feeling? How's everything going? How's your Tuesday going? Are y'all behaving? For my students that are in here. You. Oh, hey. Who is this? Hold on. Who is this? That I will never forget. I love Tiffany Haddish. She's just sitting there. She's hilarious. So before we get started, I want to see what they have to say. Hopefully, Instagram works properly today, y'all. I don't know what's going on with their phone. It's all good though. Trey, I don't know why it wasn't allowing me to add you, but I will say hello, baby boy. How you doing? I hope your summer is going well. If you want to say something, because it's not allowing me to add you at the moment, you can just type what you need to say in the comments, and then I'll respond. Oh, it came up again. Okay. Let's see. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I'm talking. Yeah, it's not working, baby. All right, we're gonna start about. I give it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Some days Instagram works, some days it doesn't. But who knows? Yes, baby. Yes. Oh, I don't want it on, baby. All right, Joe, we're gonna get started because I feel like it's a good amount of people in here, and we can just get started. You're coming back? All right, that's fine. So, welcome to day two. Today's topics will be talking about risk. We'll be talking about risk and also, and talking about adversity. We have two guest speakers today. They are scheduled separately this today because of their own personal reasons. So one will be joining us in the earlier live, and I will have to get back on today at around 7 p.m. Um, our guest is this today. Excuse me. I'm cracking up. Y'all, today's guests are Wolf. He's also known as an author and entrepreneur. Hey, beautiful. And we have Mr. Yusuf. He owns this clothing line. Somebody got to do it. He will be joining us tonight at 7. So if you can, you're around at 7 o'clock tonight, you may join. But if you are tuning in for today, then you will see Mr. Wolf. He will be joining us a little later. For those who are new, I see a few new faces. So if you don't know me, my name is Brittney Destsaino. I am the founder of the nonprofit organization DestsainoShine, and it is for the ages of 12 to 18, bridging the gap between art and education, and also providing assistance to women who is currently fighting breast cancer. I'm cracking up. Excuse me, because someone wants to interrupt my live today. All right, you want to say hi to the people then? Because you just want to be all in the mix. Please go. Thank you. All right, so I told y'all, I am a mom. We are home, and he's home me full time, so I can't help that he wants my attention. Um, to get some dialogue started, what is your definition when you hear the word risk in business? Um, for me, risk, it can be good risk and bad risk, but you have to be able to know the difference. But I'll get some feedback first, and then I'll continue on our topic about risk for today. So um, let's give some feedback real quick. If you would like to join the live to give me your own definition, that is fine as well. Okay. How about now, Kawan? Can you hear me now? How is the volume now? Is it a little better? I think it was because my hand was near the speaker. Hey, Ish. Hey, y'all. Baby boy, I can't. Are you? Thank you. Are you going to? Okay, I think someone wants to answer it. Let's see. It says, "Risk to me is a chance at a loss, but with could turn over the greatest opportunities." Absolutely, absolutely. I like that definition. I don't like it no more. I know, babe. I know you wanted to join and answer, but it's definitely not allowing you to join. I don't know if it's where you are in your connection because I have all my bars and everything. So we're gonna go with Milan's definition. Risk it to me is take a chance at a loss, but the win could turn over with the greatest opportunities. Hello, hello. You're excited for day 2? Me too. So there are 2 separate sessions for the ones that are just joining. There is this one at 2 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock with Yusuf. Somebody got to do it. He could not risk taking a chance that could either result in a loss or gain. Absolutely. I like both. If you have any youth, please get them on this live. I know that, like, I have a few of my babies in here, but this is for you. So Trey, you're on here. Send it to your friends. They need to hear this, because the purpose of this week is to pour into y'all. We have support from others in here to talk about what it means for you to get started. A lot of times the youth are talking and like, hey, I want this clothing line, or I want to do this business. And they're like, well, maybe I'm too young to start. And the purpose of me creating this platform is for you to understand that you're not too young to start. As long as you have someone in your corner to support you, which would be people like me and others that care about your well-being, take advantage of these opportunities. Each face that you see on here is someone who can lead you into a position for you to further the business idea that you have, or if you have singing, dancing, lawyers, you name it, all of the above. So just don't be on here sitting on here for yourself and being selfish with this information. I need you to make sure that you are sending it to other youth. This is for you, y'all. My friends and stuff that are in here are on here to support me. We're all working together. You know what I mean? So please send it. Darian, you may send me the request. We have a surprise guest today. So I need everyone to bear with us as we continue. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. And even the people in the comments, like Trey, you like football. My friend Jeff, he just created a mobile app where you can put your highlights and everything else on the app, so therefore you can get recruited. You know what I mean? So take advantage of all those things. It's so many great people. We have trainers in the comments. We have entrepreneurs. We have teachers. We have everything in these comments. So please pay attention. All right, here we go. Rain, you are funny. I love it. She said, I love surprises. Hello.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you?
Doing. So, may you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Yeah, my name is Darian Ville. I'm the CEO of Humane Social Commissary Art. It's an art company that speaks about society.
Okay, perfect. So can you give me a little feedback on what it is that you do and what you had me do?
Okay. So we established art. As I said, we do art that speaks about society, and recently we had a photo shoot. One for the clothing and another with expressive art, makeup art. And the art is dope. I'm not gonna say too much because we didn't put it out yet, but stay tuned. That's my keyword. Stay tuned because it's gonna be dope.
Absolutely. So, you're just now joining, so I'm going to catch you up a little bit.
Okay.
Today's 2 topics we're going to be talking about are risk. Can you drop the ad? Make sure you drop the ad name in the comments, and I'll pin it. We're talking about risk, and we're also talking about adversity. Okay.
Okay.
So you can choose either which one you would like to discuss and give your own definition about it first, and then I will continue to lead you with the other questions.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Risk or adversity?
So you're gonna pick. So we're gonna pick one or two. We want to talk about risk or adversity. You're gonna choose risk or adversity. This is our pop-up guest, so he's like put on the spot right now.
Yeah, I'll talk about risk. That's cool.
Okay, risk. Perfect. All right, you may go ahead and get started.
Risk is big. I think that risk is based on, you know how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
Absolutely.
I think the same thing goes with risk. Now some people will probably disagree with me. I tend to have unpopular opinions, but I tend to think a little differently than everyone else. So, a Caucasian woman that's walking down the street and she clenches her pocketbook when she sees an African American male with a hoodie on, sometimes she legitimately feels like she's at risk. Does that make her wrong? I don't know. Does it make the African American man wrong for walking down the street? I don't know. Is he wrong for feeling that he's at risk, that if he even looks this woman's way, that he could possibly be hung
Mm-hmm.
or beaten? So all these things. I think that risk depends on the person and their viewpoint in life and their experience thus far. Just as nature and nurture is what makes a person to be who they are.
Right.
So there's a lot of risk, like at risk youth, that experience traumatic situations or are born into a world that isn't as privileged as others may have it, and they're given the short end of the stick every day, and the risk factor at some point in time, the risk factor is in the hands of those who are at risk. At some point in time, we can't blame the system anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do something about it. You got to get up on your own
Right.
2 feet. You got to strap your boots,
Mm-hmm.
get your
Right.
belt on tight, and do something about it. So
Okay. So
yeah, I think that's my definition of risk.
perfect. So I'm going to gear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to gear you. So now you talked about youth, and now you're talking about at-risk youth. So
Mm-hmm.
now let's say we are talking about our youth currently who are experiencing those risks and things like that. But how do we implement into them that if they want to take a risk on a business but feel defeated because of, like you just said, their traumas? What are some things that you would say to them to get them through that? You can use your own experiences, just don't curse. But yeah.
If they want to take a risk with business,
Right.
I'm trying to get the question right. If they want to
Mm-hmm.
take a risk with business
Right.
and they possibly fail and don't want to start again, or they
Right. So let's say, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say we have a 16-year-old and they are interested in starting an art business. I'll just keep it around your nature.
Mhm.
But they feel like they're too young because they feel like no one's going to listen to them, or they feel like their art isn't good enough. What are some key factors in them taking that risk to excel in their career outside of their normal career? What would you give them? What's some advice, some key points, that some takeaways?
Some things that I'll say, some things that that helped me. A few things come to mind. Somebody once said, if you stay around a barbershop, you'll get a haircut. Meaning that if you stay at it and if you keep going, you don't give up, you don't stop, then eventually you're going to succeed. Another thing that comes to mind is Thomas Edison. He tried to create the light bulb successfully. I think it was 11 times. It might have been. And if he had given up, we possibly wouldn't have light bulbs. And when Thomas Edison was asked about him creating a light bulb, he said he didn't try it 1,000 times. It had 1,000 steps. So you have to know that failure is just a step, because if you learn from it, then you grow from it. My personal endeavors with business, it hasn't been easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it's going to be worth it, it's not going to be easy. We don't have Trump money. We don't got that. And if you do, hey, do your thing and play it smart. But we don't have that where I'm from. So and we don't, and not having that means that we don't have room for failure. We don't have room to or so we would think, because that money that we invest into that business, we feel like we wasted it and we don't want to take that risk again. But I want to encourage everybody right now that if you learn from it, you can not only can you grow from it, but you can monetize your knowledge. So I can go from doing art business to actually teaching people how to establish businesses because I've failed several times. You understand what I'm saying? So I would say to anyone that's scared or frightened, never give up. Never give up. Chase after it. If you're passionate about it, chase after it. It's gonna open up for you. And two, if it feels like the view that you have has been darkened, just change your viewpoint on it. Look at it from a different angle.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, right, Brian. Then he just tell us a few words to say. Okay. With your art and that you do photography as well and different things like that, are you open to, if I had children inside of my network that was interested in learning how to paint or wanted to get a little more feel of photography, are you open into allowing them to join you?
Definitely. Oh my goodness. Definitely. Yes. Definitely.
That's wonderful. And I'm trying to think. Anything else that you would like to tell us? That's fine. You can piggyback off of anything. You have the floor before we close out.
Yeah. So right now, I'm I like to hold things back before putting it out.
Okay, hold on. It says I have a business and I'm not getting enough traction. And one of my goals is to have it as another source of income to pay for college because the goal is to be debt free. Okay, so Ladybug, what is your business?
Yeah.
So what should you do? All right. So what is your business, love? I wonder if we should tap her in. I mean, but I feel like both of us. Stay on. I want you to stay on. I want to see if it's too much to type, then I'll tap you in. But if you can answer in the comments, then that'll be fine too.
Yeah, this is also something that I do. I have a business called A to B, which is personal endeavors consulting, where like stuff like this, where someone has a problem, I have an apparel business.
Okay.
Does she do you make your own clothing?
Do you make your own? Right.
Are you a distributor for other companies like
a wholesaler?
Right. T-shirts called at. Okay.
And I know that
let me see. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up.
So I have okay. So my thing is, you're saying that it's not getting anywhere. Who are you gauging your audience to, and how is that happening? This is so we're like trying to wait for her to comment. And also, I know that there are other business people in here, so I know that you see Ladybug's comments. So if you could give her some insight as well, please piggyback off of what we're saying. And if you have any other recommendations, I always feel like more than two set of eyes are better. So please pour in. Please pour in. This is how we help each other as a community. Ages around 16 to 54. First item, target market is female.
Okay. So do you put money into your unisex? Do you put money into your advertising? Do you use
Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram has great advertisements. I'm looking on your page right now. I like this. Created unique, just as God intended. I like that. What collaborations? Who have you reached out to for collaborations? Because you might have the gift, but somebody else might have the audience. What else? What else? Have you brainstormed? Have you sat with someone?
She said she was thinking about Facebook, and I took these classes and seminars. Facebook is actually a very great marketing drive, um, a huge one. And someone actually even told me that when a project that I'm about to drop, to actually use Facebook more, because Instagram don't allow every feed. Like you always see the same people promotions and things like that. So like Instagram doesn't push your information as far as Facebook does. So I would definitely recommend Facebook for sure. You have a website, which is good. Have you created a photo shoot or anything where you have other people wearing your clothes? Have you donated to maybe an influencer that you wanted to wear your clothes so they could be like, oh, hey, this is what I'm wearing, or this is what I have, this is my product, and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
And Pete, I just watched your story, and I don't have the
Y'all,
volume
I'm blind,
on.
y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm blind. I'm all like this in the comments. Okay.
I'm not sure. I think you might be like giving like some good words, to some folk, but I don't see the clothes that you have on your page, like the post that you have. I don't see a post of that in your story.
Right.
So you are your business. You have to always promote your business, regardless of. At one point, so I have a video on my page for my business, and at one point I was like, man, I'm gonna stop posting this because I feel like I'm just doing too much. And one of my friends was like, man, you better keep posting that unapologetically. So you have to like really like I would honestly recommend. Matter of fact, I'm about to follow you. All right, I would honestly recommend um doing this, um collaborating with people. Maybe not maybe not as far as like your brand, but getting on there and and just having like lives and talking to folk about like your opinions on different things. There's so much going on in the world, and your voice actually matters. Whether you think it or not, your voice actually matters, and people would love to hear what you think. And that right there will point people to your page, and they'll find out who you are and what you do. Not only that, but constantly promote who you are and what you do. And I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, doors will open up.
Right. And I have a comment from Milan. She says, would you promote your business even if you don't have enough product to sell? So what I'm learning and things like that, absolutely. And not only that, there's this thing where it's called pre-order. So let's say, for example, have you have you're promoting this business and you want this product to sell out, right? Even if you only got 5 in the house, if you have people pre-order your product, let's say it's a book, and you have them pre-order it, that money that you get from the pre-orders will now be funded to be able to get the rest of the products into your hands, and then you separate what you need to put back into your business, and then also what your profit will be outside of that. So always when you're working with numbers, make sure that you have enough for like miss-ups, miscellaneous, making sure you have enough to cover the product, but also making your profit. Now, in the beginning of any business, you're always going to put out more than you're receiving. And you have to be okay with that at first. And then after that, as it continues to grow, then you be like, oh, okay, now I can charge this price. As, for example, what's a great one? Converse. It's two different types of Converse, one that costs $40 and one that costs $150. But because their brand is the same and they're consistent, they know how to market themselves. So you can use pre-order and be consistent and make sure that you stand on your brand. Okay?
That's a fact.
I hope that helped, lady.
That's a fact.
Ladybug. I like your name too. I don't know if that's your like nickname or something. It's cute though.
And I would add on, kick out as least amount of money as possible. Don't when you get your clothing and everything, like, or for those that have other businesses, when you actually get like the prototype and stuff like that, don't cheap that. But don't spend too much money. Don't, when you establish your LLC, find somebody that's going to do it for free. Find somebody that's going, because the LLC itself costs $125, so you want to save some money.
Yes.
When you get your trademark, that everything called, some things you just have to pay for, but other things you can find a way around. You can find somebody that's going to help you out. So I would say save as much money as possible, and also find somebody to do your taxes and get those taxes written off so you can get something back.
Okay. Thank you. You were amazing. I appreciate all of your help.
No, I see the wolf is in the building, so
Yes,
I'm
he
gonna stay
is. He said I'm
tuned.
tapped in.
That's my
All
guy. He
right.
don't
So
know me,
that
but I know him. That's my guy right there. He talks.
yes. So he's definitely going to be our next speaker. Thank you so much, Darian.
No doubt.
You were amazing. I appreciate
No
you,
doubt.
and I will talk to you later.
For sure. Talk to
All
me.
right. Make sure y'all follow him. What's your IG? Hold on.
Made in Philadelphia. I'll put it right here.
All right. Perfect. All right, well, you're about to meet our author and an entrepreneur. So, Ladybug, please don't leave this live. We got you. All right, Darian, thank you.
All right, I'll let me.
All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm a little slow with adding people on this thing. All right, let me see. Let's see if I got the magic hand today. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go.
What's up, cousin? What's up, bro?
Hi, cousin.
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for joining us today on day 2 of. Oops. Thank you so much for joining us. So, speaking you into existence, mastering youth in their craft. So today we had 2 topics. We were talking about risk. You were going to cover risk, and you can also cover relationship building, because I know for a fact that those are some expertise of yours.
So when you say relationship building, we talking about like networking?
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you refer to risk, to what magnitude? You know what I mean?
So we're educating youth on how to take risk on their dreams, how to manifest that. What are their, how can I say this? What are risks are they willing to take to make,
What they want to
who
do
they
to
want
get
to
where they
be,
want to go?
yes, to be who they want to be and go where they want to go. There we go. Sorry, it was like right into my tongue. Go ahead.
Yeah, so just it's important, you know what I mean, especially at a young age. It's important to identify what you're passionate about. You know what I mean? If you're young and you out there, you kind of know what you like. You know what I mean? Granted, life is going to shape you, it's going to mold you. Different experiences are going to give you more knowledge and information that you need. But as a kid, you know what you into. Like if we're looking at scholastics, for instance, right? If you look at it like, you know, you interested in math, but you don't like reading. Or you interested in science, but you don't really like social studies. Even though you're young, even though you don't probably know what you want to do in these fields, you already identify where your strengths are. So I would suggest you to align with that and cater to it. So, you know, for me, I always had a passion for writing. People always be like, you know, well, you know, how did you write a book, or what made you write a book? Well, it came from the simple fact that I always had a passion for it. I wasn't even a big reader. I've never read a book until I was maybe like 25 years old. You know what I mean? But I always had a passion to write. So I never did research and nothing. It was just always something that was just naturally in me, because I never really liked it. I liked the literacy, but I really didn't like the whole reading aspect of it, right? But just being a kid and just understanding that I was always a leader. I was always ambitious. So when I look back and always think about who I was when I was younger, it's like all of these characteristics was always in me. So you know who you are right now. You just got to figure out, you know, which direction you want to take that in. And you know, you see now the youth is even more active. Like you got kids, you know, becoming millionaires now off YouTube, or just like exploring their passions. They got way more opportunities than was presented to us at such a young age. So with that being said, you know what you like. As far as in a risk factor, there's a risk factor in everything. Right now, I'm driving and talking on the phone. Well, I'm on live, but there's a risk just doing that. So it comes down to when you walk out your house, you take a risk. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Whether you're getting in a car, by commute, just walking. You know what I mean? Life is just life. Life is happening, and that's just what it is. So when you think about the risk, you got to be taking calculated risk based on the results that you want. Don't take a risk that's not going to get you the result that you want. And you can't be afraid to invest. You cannot look at nothing you investing your time into when it's something that you want as time wasted. You know what I mean? You got to look at it as time invested. So with that being said, the only risk is no reward. So if you're somebody that plays safe, if you're looking at it, you want to take the safe route, you look at it like, okay, you know, I just want to, you know, do this because I don't want to go to maximum height. So, you know, some people have a fear of failure, but others have a fear of success. So it's not just the fear of failure that might hold you back. It could be the fear of success. Some people fear that platform. Some people fear being on that world stage and fucking up. So it could be a fear of success too. So just being young, understanding that you have to be fearless because life is going to happen in front of you regardless. So you got to determine what type of life you want to live and be definite about it. Like when you know what you want, be definite about it. Hold the thought in your head. In order to manifest something, you got to hold the thought in your head. You got to hold it there. If you got to do things to make you align with the way the way you want to feel, to be able to identify what you want and know that you're going to stick to it, then that's what you got to do. See, me, I'm big on writing my stuff down. If you're good at writing goals down, write your goals down. Write down the things that you're grateful for and already conduct yourself in a manner in which you want to be looked at as, because you're constantly building your brand. So no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are a reflection of your brand. Whatever you decide to build on is going to be a direct reflection of who you are. The people you connect with is going to be people that can identify and relate to you. So with that being said, if you look at yourself like a millionaire, you have to think like a millionaire. You got to understand how millionaires think. If you look at yourself like a creative, you got to be creative. You got to think like a creative thing, but you cannot limit your thoughts or eliminate them just by having fears, doubts, skepticism. All of that stuff got to get eliminated now. Any skepticism you have to be eliminated right now. Like in this moment, if you're watching this live, you cannot be skeptical, because understand that when you went to school, whether if you're in the first grade, second grade, if you're in the fifth grade, sixth grade, you're doing something right now that you didn't sign up to do. You're going to school every day, you're getting education, but if we all had a choice, we probably would have missed a lot of them days because we didn't feel like getting up. But if you're willing to get up against your will to go to school for something you don't want to do, then how far is you willing to take it for something you do want? And that's where your drive got to come from. You're like, I did a full whole 12 years to get my high school diploma, then I did some college. For me to put that much effort into something that I didn't even feel like I wanted, imagine how hard I'm going to go for the thing that I want. Now, for the second aspect of it, just covering building relationships. Relationships should be built organically. Be yourself. The people you're supposed to connect with will connect with you. But when you go out, you will never connect yourself to the people you need to be connected to when you're not being yourself. Be yourself. A reflection of who you are will attract the people that need you to get you to where you want to go. You know what I mean? And then connect yourself with like-minded people. Don't be afraid to meet new people. Don't say, oh, I got to stay with my day ones. It's not to say that you got to cut your day ones off. It's just to say that you need to be open to meeting new people, because relationships open doors. Networking hold the keys to opening doors, but you cannot network if you're afraid to expand, if you're afraid to meet new people, or if you closed up, or if you feel like you're antisocial. Just be who you are, be the best version of yourself to the world, for the world to be able to connect with you, and you're going to be able to go through any door that you need to go through to manifest the life you want.
I hope y'all was listening. Because boom.
The wolf has spoken.
That. The wolf has spoken. Let him know, cuzzy.
The wolf has spoken, yeah, but, you know, just something else I'm going to leave y'all with, even before I tap out, you know what I mean, unless you got any questions for me, is, yeah, just remember I said, write down the things that you want. It's never too late, and you're never too young, and you're never too old. Ask yourself this question: am I living the life I want to live? If that question, the answer to that is no, if the answer to that question is no, then write down how you want your finances to be. Write down how you want your career to go. Write down the things you want, whether it's the car you want, whether it's the clothes you want to wear. You have to be able to look at your lifestyle outside of you and go after it. That is your motivation. If you can't see it in front of you, you will not go get it. We are not looking behind us. When you drive forward. If you play your rearview mirror too much, you're going to run into the back of somebody. We ain't doing that. We got our head on straight. We on the road to success. And anybody that's not going where we're going, we'll kindly exit the vehicle. You don't even got to kick them out. They're going to jump out the vehicle. You might be going too fast for them. You might be going in the wrong direction. They will remove themselves. So for the youth that's out there, hold your steady what you want to be. Align yourself. If you're already good at reading, if you're a good writer, if people say you're creative, you know how to draw, then stick to it, perfect your craft, master it, and you're going to be where you need to be by the time you need to be there. Let's get it.
That's it, and that's all. So,
yeah, so if you ain't got no questions for me, I'm tapping out, so let me know.
Let me see. Are there any? So you said everything that I needed you to say. So you did well. Is there anyone that have any questions for him before he leaves, because he is driving? And yeah, I need him to be safe. So I'll give y'all about 2 minutes to pass the questions in if you want to put them inside the question box real quick. If not, then
and let me use this for anybody in here. Work on your credit. If you're young, it might not make sense to you right now, but don't mess your credit up. Credit is important. Credit is more important than cash. And it's just that simple. They both equally hold value, but credit will walk you through many doors. I'm telling you that right now. So,
Oh, where he driving at?
working on your credit, I'm here to assist you. As for my book, for the adults that's in here, the link is in my bio.
Yes.
TheWolfHasSpoken.com is the website. You know what I mean? I started a nonprofit to help men who struggle with PTSD and just any mental health issues. So my nonprofit is called Men to Heal. So it's catered to men. You know what I mean? Starting at the age of 16 all the way up to adulthood. So get with me. It's the Wolf. We're doing some great things right now.
There you go.
We're gonna continue to make greatness and continue to build our legacy. I'm out.
All right. Thank you, Wolf. Hello. See? Woo. I knew what I was doing. Oh, we got a question. 1 second. All right, let's see who this is. Okay. Someone asked us about tips on building a powerful team. Drop the ad, please. I will add his ad name right now for you. 1 second. I'm going to answer the question. Let me. There we go. So if you aren't, for you who just joined, who don't know who Wolf is an author and an entrepreneur. He has a marketing business. He has a book. And he also just snuck that on me. He has a nonprofit where he's going to be helping men heal from the ages of 16 all the way to adulthood. So like we said, we have a lot of youth who don't heal from their childhood experiences, and that's why we have so many adults walking around in kid bodies. They have not decided to take the proper necessities and steps to fix that, so they hold it on in themselves, and then they build false relationships, and they wonder why they are continuing facing the merry-go-round of the same things that keep happening in their life. Tips on building a powerful team. I would say I am in this predicament right now, and you want people who have the same work ethic as you. If you are not putting in the work to making sure that you're putting in late nights to making sure that your brand is out there, then you can't expect your workers to do the same. So you need to make sure that you identify and collab with people who have vision like you, who have passion, and your organizations are lining up. You don't want people on your team who are not goal driven, who does not have any type of ambition for themselves, because they're not going to pour into your business the way you do. Any business, any book, any dance, any sermon, anything that you do, it's considered your baby at that point, and you have to build your baby up. You have to nurture your baby. If that makes sense? So please, anything that you're doing is like a newborn baby. You have to take care of it. If there are any more questions, someone put a question in there, then it disappeared. So I don't know if they wanted me to answer it or not. I'm not sure. But and also I see a lot of new faces. For everyone who just joined, if you don't know me, my name is Brittney Destsaino. I am the founder of DestsainoShine. Is a nonprofit organization that bridges the gap between education and the arts while supporting women with breast cancer. So I hope that helped you. CD Driver 100. I don't know if you're still here or not, but that is definitely your question, and we are answering it. And also, to my other entrepreneurs and beautiful people that are in the comments, if you want to add on to this, you are more than welcome to. We are a family. I love feedback. I feed off of other people's insight, and then we go from there. Hi, Neen. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Okay, so I don't know if CD Driver is still here or not for me to answer this, but okay, there we go. Yo, me and Live don't work well together, okay? But we're getting better every day. Getting better every single day. It says, whew. I've been saying your last name so wrong in my prayers, sis. Laughing my butt off. It's fine. It's fine, Tiff. Okay. Tips on bettering your self-discipline. All right. Oh, you're here? Perfect. Okay. For self-discipline, I think that comes with your ending goal in mind. So if you know you want to be a millionaire, what are the small steps are you going to take to discipline yourself? It can be as far as, let's say you're someone who don't like drinking water, but you want to change that within yourself. So you start making sure you drink water as soon as you wake up, even though you should. But it's those small steps there. Okay, I'm going to drink water every single morning when I wake up. I'm going to write down Sunday night what I need to handle and complete throughout the entire week. So then now that I have that, I'm going to then mark off each day. So I have a planner. Females love, right? I mean, I know some men do, but like we're just like really anal when it comes to organization. So you want to not be so hard on yourself and take small strides of becoming more disciplined. And start with the things that you know you can discipline, and then challenge yourself to further that. Yes. I'm going to also add in Milan's question as well for time management. So for me, even though in this entire quarantine, I've been waking up by 6 a.m. every morning. Why? Because my routine would be to wake up, pray, read a scripture, and then I do troll on my phone sometimes. That's only because I'm checking emails and things like that. Then I'm eating, then I'm working out, and then if I have 2 goals that need to be accomplished for the day, I cannot do anything else until those things are done. And then you make sure you work. Then you make sure you take your rest, and then move on from there, if that makes sense. Okay. Also with discipline, try working in increments. That works for me. Like I know that if I say, okay, I'm going to work from 3 to 5 p.m. From that time, whatever needs to get done is getting done through there. So therefore, you also aren't feeling too overwhelmed with the overload of work. Because when we look at our to-do list, sometimes it's like, wait, hold on. I got to do all of this. But if you break it down, it will help. But you have to be consistent with discipline as well. Consistency is key. If you can't expect to grow anything or be disciplined if you're not going to have a consistent routine. So even if you're reading for 15 minutes every day, maybe that's a challenge for you. Be like, yo, I do not like reading, but I'm gonna pick this one book and I'm gonna use it for the whole month, and I'm just try to read 15 minutes every single day. That is simple discipline that you've started. You know, it takes normally 21 days or so for you to create a habit. Take that and run with it. Oh, we just added this too. Tips for organization. Woo. I love organization, actually. Everything in my life has like a file or something. Tips for organization. I would say for you, Rain, all together or in business. Like you have to have a balance. So if you are organizing files, make sure that they are all lined up together with what needs to be, like if we're talking about our nonprofit, so all the files from our nonprofit will be sitting in this corner, if that makes sense. Okay. And then anything else continue. So organization also goes with discipline. Yeah. She said both. I need balance. I'm crying. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to be reading comments, but y'all be having me cracking up. We also have another great entrepreneur in here. If you want to tap in, that's my homie from Cali. If he want to tap in, he sure can. I'm about to request him. He can answer your question. 1 second. And I'm about to put him on the spot. And he better answer. There we go. Perfect. I knew you would answer for me.
Yeah, what's good?
Hello. So, welcome. I put another one of my guests on the spot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the middle.
And she said, and if you don't know, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself. I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's going on.
Okay.
This week, I decided to do a virtual session for youth. It is called Speaking You Into Existence. Mm-hmm. And we are talking about, all right, I have 10 minutes, definitely. We are talking about mastering their craft.
Okay.
So sometimes, you know that there are some adults in here as well. So either or. It doesn't matter. We're all still helping each other. So my friend Rain, she's asking for tips for organization.
Okay.
So I know. So can you tell everyone that's watching who you are and your brand? And
all right.
Also not from Philly, y'all.
All right. Yeah. So my brand is El Capitan Cartel. and love yourself, mind, body, soul. My name is Callie, or Coach Callie, or James. Full-time entrepreneur. We based in LA right now. We're on the East Coast right now, looking back to come back and expand. So that's just a little bit, man. Y'all can follow my page. Y'all can just click on my name and you'll see everything. But I know you press for time, so I'll answer some questions. I'll answer the question about the one that you want. But that's just me in the synopsis, man. I'm a black man that care about black people. Pretty much.
Okay, so what is a few tips that we can give on to her about organization?
I would say first thing about organization is to have a routine. I think if people if you get into the habit of doing something repetitively, it becomes of what you're doing. So being knowledgeable with what you're doing, it allows you to pretty much control your time, because time management is really big. So it's kind of like riding a bike. After you practice a million times, once you do it, you never forget it. So the more knowledge you have on something, the better it is to stay organized, and the more leeway you can give yourself. Say you want to do some extra time here, but you want to do some extra time here, but because you know what you're doing and you're so experienced in what you're doing, that you can take time with places where you're not experienced or you're not good. You know, you can work on your weaknesses more when you mastered your strengths.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Rain, if you would like to comment back, you sure can. Any feedback that you have?
You said Rain?
Yeah, her name is Rain. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
She said this is good. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for tapping
You're
in.
welcome.
I know I put you on the spot. I did not know what you were
Yeah, it's
doing,
all good. I'm sorry. I ain't had no shirt or nothing. But it's love, man.
I'm
It's
so
all
sorry.
good.
I put like 2 extra people on the spot today but I know for a fact that with this I have a lot of connections with people who are, I think in my eyes, are amazing business people. So that is why.
Yes.
You know.
I appreciate it. It's always love. I'm always going to answer. You know that.
Yes, absolutely. And also, I will be, oh man, some of my students are in here, but I'll be at a new school. So we can talk.
Yes, please hit me. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
And I got some stuff going on in Philly. We just got a building in Philly. So it's another stuff that if they want to take a field trip or stuff like that, we can think about it so they can see.
I'll be with the high school, so I think that'll be even more. Okay. So we'll definitely be in touch. Okay.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Peace, everybody.
Whew. All right, y'all. So we are winding down because y'all know Instagram is disrespectful with a little hour that they give us. But I'm not going to tap back in right now. I'll be tapping in later with Yusuf. Somebody got to do it. And he will be joining us later. I would like to say thank you for everyone who has joined today. I hope that I've at least reached one person. I hope that's my only goal, you know. I get overwhelmed and like real anxious, so like I'm gonna relax. But thank you again for everyone who joined. Thank you for your support for our consistent watchers. We are day 2. We will be back here today at 7. If there are any last minute closeouts or anything that someone would like to say or join the live, I will allow you to do so for the last little 5 minutes. I love music, but Instagram don't allow us to play music because then they're going to end my live. So that's the only reason why I don't have music playing. Yusuf comes on tonight at 7 p.m. Yusuf will be handling adversity against it. And we're both going to be sharing a little bit of our story, our backstory, and how we are where we are now, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you, Rain. I love you. Let's go. Keep up the great. Thank you. Shout out to you. He's lit. You literally, sometimes some of your supporters you've never met in person, but y'all have like an Instagram love. Like, it's supporters like that we have to always shout out and be appreciative of. And also shout out to my best friend Brianna. She keeps me in line. I love her. She knows. I'm always being debt with her forever. It's fine. But thank you to everyone again. If no one have anything else to say, I'm going to close out. I will be back at 7 p.m. tonight with Yusuf, the CEO of Somebody Gotta Do It. So if you're not doing anything later, please join us. Have a great day.